everybody, so we are going to make cowboy candy. If you do not know what that is, it is candied jalapenos that you can can and keep in your cupboards for a year. So the first thing that we're going to need is jalapenos. I've got a couple that we picked from our garden, but we need a heck of a lot more, so let's go get some. All right, so the ingredients that we're gonna need are jalapeno peppers. We also have some banana peppers and I think one cayenne pepper in here from our garden, but they all work, they're delicious. We're gonna need apple cider vinegar, white sugar, turmeric, red chili pepper flakes, garlic, and I think that is all we need for this recipe. So the first thing that we're gonna do is chop up all of our jalapenos, approximately ½ inch per slice. And don't worry about the seeds. Seeds can go in the brine, that's totally fine. So let's get these all chopped up. Kevin went and cut up all the jalapenos, but I'm going to get all the garlic ready here. You don't have to use this much garlic. Our family, well, especially me, I love garlic. And it's so good for you, so why not throw a bunch in there? Whatever I don't use, I will just can some salsa. So now that the jalapenos are all chopped up, we are going to start getting our brine going. So we need 2 cups of apple cider vinegar and 6 cups of white sugar. So we have the apple cider vinegar and the sugar going in the pot. Now we're adding the turmeric, the red hot chili flakes, and some garlic. Usually it's about a teaspoon of each, and then a teaspoon of garlic. The recipe usually calls for a powdered garlic, but I like it fresh. We're gonna have one batch that's really garlicky compared to the other. Okay, bye. So we got 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. Now we're gonna put in 6 cups of sugar, which yes, it is a lot of sugar, but these are, well, it's cowboy candy, so it's gotta be sweet. Vinegary. We are going to bring this to a rolling boil for 10 minutes. So right now the sugar is just dissolving. We're just gonna keep stirring it around. And it's gonna start to get thicker and quite sticky. A lot on the eyeballs. Now, we get to throw in our jalapenos, seeds and all. And we're just gonna let it sit in there for about 5 minutes, constantly stirring until everything softens up. Then we're gonna start putting it in our jars. All right, so the jalapenos have been boiling in here for about 5 or 6 minutes now. Whew, that was strong. Now we are going to put them in our jars. So I just took these out from our stove. We had them boiling, sterilizing. So now we got our wide mouth funnel. Put it in here just so the jalapenos aren't gonna touch the top of the rims. And now we add it all to the jars. This pot is really hot. We're just gonna add in the jalapenos, the brine and everything will go later on. Honestly, I think I'm only gonna get 2, maybe 3 jars out of this. All right, so now that we got all the jalapenos out, we are going to let the brine boil again for about another 5 minutes before we add it into the jars. The kitchen right now is 52 degrees because we have no AC in here and no air circulation, so this isn't moisture, this is just pure sweat. So now, sorry, it's so hot I can't even think. We're gonna pour the brine into the jars. If I have enough brine, I'm actually gonna can a jar with just the brine because you can use it on so many different things. It is sweet and delicious. I'm only gonna fill it up and leave about 1 inch of headspace before we water bath it. Now, before we put this into our water bath, it is very important to wipe off the rims with a bit of white vinegar, just to make sure that the seals on your lids are gonna stay. So now we have these, they're still nice and warm from the water bath that we have them in. We're gonna put these on top. Now when you put on the lids, do it tight, but then unturn it about a quarter of the way, just so it's fingertip tight. That way the air can come out of the jar, go through the seal in the water bath, and that's going to want to suck the lids down. So now we are going to put these in a water bath. We do have a canning, what do you call them? We have a canning pot. So we're going to put our jars in there, and the water is going to be about an inch above the lid, and we're going to put it in the water bath for about 25 minutes, and then we're going to take them out. So here's the final product. We canned these about a week ago. Once you take them out, let them to cool overnight, and then you remove the rings. And the reason you remove the rings is just to ensure that you get a really good seal and not a false seal. Because if the lid doesn't suck inside, you'll hear a little snap noise. But sometimes the seal will leak, and then you'll get a false seal because you have that ring on there so tight. So don't store with the rings on. Do not stack them on top of each other when you store them. And they're good for about a year and a half. That's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and hope you subscribe. I hopefully will be on here a little more, doing a couple different recipes that I do that Kevin doesn't do himself. And hopefully you can learn a few new tricks.